Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cryptoware. And in this video, I'm going to provide answers to some of the questions that have been asked in the comments, to which I actually could not reply to. So, a few of the questions I'm covering, most of the common questions that have been asked. So, one question that was very common was creating videos on VAPT, network security, pawning. So, of course, I'll be covering videos on these topics too, but for now, my prime focus is on malware analysis and malware analysis from the beginners to intermediate to advanced level. So for those things I would need to give some time to this topic, and then later we will gradually move on to VAPT, or network security, or any other part of the security that you want me to create video on. The next thing would be creating videos on Wireshark. So, of course, I'll be covering, or I'll be creating a separate playlist for various tools that we use, and I'll be more focused on such kind of tools which really take some time to understand how to identify any communication that is happening, how Wireshark is really helpful for analyzing a malicious activity that is happening. So, one question which is related to it is how to diagnose and find out from which specific IP address and ports we can identify if the virus or the malware has infected our computer. So, Wireshark will play a very good role over here also. So, I'll be covering it in that way too. Another question is creating malware analysis video using IDA Pro. So for me, on the personal level, I prefer using open source tools or free tools because it is not possible to always have the professional version of the tool. So I would try to create a video on the free version, but later on in the future, I would try if I could, create a video on the professional version too. But I personally use those tools which are open source. You can also see all those videos which are related to static analysis and dynamic analysis, where I have used those tools which are very easily available for everyone to perform malware analysis. Okay, few questions where I have been asked to cover various file types and also cover PE file structure. So of course I'll be covering all file types, and also I'll be talking about the P structure, non-P structure, everything. These are some of the things that I would be covering in the future. But as of now, my videos are totally focused for the beginners, where I'm assuming that the beginners do not understand much about how to go ahead with analyzing a malware. So for so uh, so my videos are more specific and targeted at those kinds of audience. And once I feel that the videos for the beginners level are quite done, and they should be helpful enough for the audience out there, I'll gradually move ahead with more technical aspects of it, like covering the P file structure, non-P file structure, and of course all file type is something that I will be covered, and some of them I have already covered, some of them are still left, but I'll be covering them all. So there is one question which is related to installing Flare VM, where the commenter has observed that uh, disabling Windows Defender is not working, as it always reverts back, and if they can use the same tools in Flare VM on Kali Linux as well. So, first of all, we need to understand that Flare VM is specifically for Windows, and Kali Linux is a Linux distribution, Debian based distribution. So, you cannot use the Flare VM or install Flare VM on Kali Linux. Of course, there are ways how you can run some Windows files in Linux, but they won't make sense because the tools will work very slow, and they may not work, and majority of the times they do not work, but sometimes work. But that does not make any sense installing complete Flare VM onto Kali Linux, which is really not possible. What you can do is you can check if the real protection in Windows Defender is on or not, because even if you turn off every security feature of Windows Defender, real protection is something that gets turned on after uh, after an interval of time. So you can always have a check whether it is on or not, and you can turn it off, and then you can try installing Flare VM. Another thing that you can do, instead of installing the Flare VM completely, there are few tools that you can directly install in your Windows, and I have covered that video also in my channel, so you can check that out. I'll try to put that link in the description below, so you can always go for that also. Moving ahead with Remnux Linux, we will be performing separate kind of not separate but a different kind of malware analysis, which will be more focused on Linux based malicious samples, but we will gradually do it in the future. Also, I have got some amazing comments from you all. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll be covering, more of it, and I'll make sure that I am regular at uploading the videos and uh, analyzing more and more different kinds of malware samples here. So, thank you so much for all the love and support. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Cryptoware. And thank you so much, and see you in the next video.